Murder that occurred in my office. The return of the great thief Yatakarasu. Thinking back, everything began on that fateful day, 2 days ago. Two days earlier. Yes, everything began high up in the air, 9,000 feet in the air to be precise.
Thank you for flying Going Airlines. We are currently experiencing some slight turbulence. We are asking all passengers to please return to their seats and fasten their seatbelts.
Kaboom.
Noise on the floor. Ugh. Why do I feel like I just woke up from a horrible nightmare? 6:13, huh? Guess I was out cold for about 10 minutes. Ha. Slight turbulence indeed.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently experiencing some slight turbulence. For your safety, we ask that you return to your seat and fasten your seatbelts.
I suppose turbulence is to be expected on a flight. Though admittedly I'm less than comfortable with anything resembling earthquakes. What's this? A travel wallet? It's not mine. How did somebody else's travel wallet wind up in my pocket? My head. Why won't this headache go away? I'll take care of this travel wallet later. Or hand it off to an attendant. Earthquake-like turbulence to an elevator. What am I doing hesitating like this? Actually, I know full well why I hesitate. It was when I was still but a young child. I was caught up in a murder that happened in an elevator. But how long am I going to let the past haunt me? It's just an elevator. I'm a grown man now. I need to behave like one. What the? What in the world happened?
Is there something wrong, sir? I must ask that you please return to your seat. He's dead!
Please calm down. We mustn't jump to conclusions about all the facts. What's wrong? Something happened?
You murderer!
What? No, you have it all wrong. It wasn't me.
You murdering bastard! You killed him with that wallet, didn't you? Everyone, I am sorry to interrupt, but I have an important announcement. I am one of your flight attendants today, Rhoda Tenera. Unfortunately, we just had a minor accident on this flight.
An accident? Don't treat us like we're stupid. I called it and it was murder. What? Murder? What's going on with this flight?
Everyone, please calm down. There's no need to panic. This flight will stay on course and make its scheduled landing. We are still currently in the middle of a rough patch of turbulence. So until we are out of this area of turbulence, I ask that you please remain seated.
Someone was killed, right? I mean, what about the killer? Let me off.
Please, there is no need to feel threatened. We have already apprehended the culprit.
I ask that everyone please remain calm. What the heck is he talking about? Why should we remain calm? My name is Miles Edgeworth. I'm a prosecutor, and I assure you I'm not the killer. Being a prosecutor doesn't make you incapable of murder, buddy. Now, you listen here. I'm not the killer. I've simply found a body.
So you say, however. I am sure that you are a perpetrator of this crime. I swear on my honor as a professional flight attendant.
Oh, is that right?
I know what I saw, and there's even very strong incriminating evidence to back me up.
What kind of incriminating evidence is she talking about?
We've already alerted the proper authorities at our destination. Until we land, you will remain in our custody by the powers vested in our captain. Very sorry, but please understand our situation.
Your situation, I'm more concerned with mine and the direction it's going in. I'm not about to just sit idly by. I get accused of murder. Miss Tenera, was it? Oh, is it?
Yes.
I was wondering if you might let me off this place. Give me a chance.
A chance to do what?
A chance to plead my case. And a chance to ask you why you mean... Blech. A chance to ask you what you meant by incriminating evidence just now.
No.
To accuse a passenger of such a grave crime without allowing him to give a proper defence. Can a professional flight attendant inside of you really call this action righteous?
You have a point. Very well, I'll listen to what you have to say. Be wary of what you reveal. I'm afraid you'll only look even more suspicious if your explanation fails to satisfy. I also do not have the time to deal with you all day, so please make it quick.
Of course, as you wish.
Good. Very well then, let's get started.
I know for a fact that I didn't kill that man in the elevator. What I don't know is what sort of evidence she has up her sleeve. But I'm certain it doesn't fit with that crime really occurred.
I swear to tell the whole truth as a professional flight attendant. Unfortunately for you, Miss Edgeworth, I am certain you're the killer. The scene I saw in front of the elevator. It was you standing there with fresh blood dripping off the murder weapon. So, if you would please cooperate, we'll turn you over just as soon as we land.
Oh, okay. That's it. That's her evidence.
I don't think you could ask for more perfect witness testimony. Wouldn't you agree, Miss Edgeworth?
Not really. It's hard to be perfect when there's a gaping hole in it. I didn't prepare a drink for myself, so if I get dry mouth, it's my fault. Okay, yeah. What? This? Objection! This murder weapon? A wallet? Miss Tenera!
What's with the yelling all of a sudden?
Force of habit. Well, it doesn't matter. Miss Tenera, you say you saw the murder weapon dripping with the blood. Is that correct? With blood?
Yes, all that blood. Drip, drip, drip. Just recalling that scene sends a chill down my spine.
Sorry, but your so-called professional flight attendant training has failed you.
What?
I'd like to direct your attention to this. You know what this is.
It's a travel wallet, right? And it looks a little big and bulky.
The thing you saw me holding when I discovered the dead body in the elevator was this very travel wallet, Mr. Tenera.
What? Impossible!
Now then, do you still think I'm the killer because I killed him with a travel wallet?
But no, I saw blood dripping from the wallet. I know I did.
As you can see, the water's clearly stained. But if you would be so kind as to take a whiff, I think you'd agree it's only grape juice.
Ah, then...
That's right. You mistook grape juice for blood. The murder weapon dripping with blood does not, in fact, exist.
No!
There, that should clear up that pesky accusation.
Wait just a sec. That is... I mean, even a wallet could be deadly if it was wrapped around something heavy. I demand that you show me what's inside, please.
She's trembling, and then tack the please on end. Oh my god, I can't read. She's trembling, and the tax on please at the end sounds like I've got her. There's no need to look inside, even you can tell from the appearance it's light.
No, I can't be sure of anything until I see the contents of that wallet for myself.
She's a persistent one, I suppose we have no choice but to see what's inside. Miss Tenera, if you please be so kind as to open the wallet and check its contents for me.
Alright, I usually don't pry into passengers' belongings, but we have no choice here.
Seems that this passport is all that's in here. As you saw, there's nothing but a passport inside. This room... What? Oh, this renders your wallet was the murder weapon argument moot. Wouldn't you agree?
Please hear me out, Mr. Edgeworth.
What is it now?
Well, I was wondering whose passport it is exactly. Can I take a look?
Why not? I'm rather curious myself. This is...
Just as I thought. This travel wallet belonged to Mr. F.B. Hicks, which makes it the victim's property. You stole the victim's wallet, didn't you?
How dare you!
You said it yourself. You claimed to be holding this wallet in your hands when I found you. Perhaps I did misconstrue the wallet for the murder weapon, but it seems that I wasn't wrong about who the culprit is. As you claim, the murder weapon is not the travel wallet. However, it is something you stole from Mr. Hicks after you were done with the vile deed. I find it hard to believe myself, but your motive was very simple. You were out to steal Mr. Hicks' money, weren't you?
Yep. So even though didn't have the murder weapon on me, you still suspect me, I see.
You stood up at the crime scene with the victim's wallet in your hands. How can I turn a blind eye and not suspect you of foul play?
Hmm? Clearly I was out for the money, and there's money everywhere. I wonder if I might get a word in, Miss Tenero.
What is it now?
Miss Tenero, I wonder if you noticed the contradiction with your own testimony.
What are you talking about?
It's simply impossible that the motive for this murder was monetary theft. A glance at the crime scene should have told you that. What about the scene would prove that the motive for the murder was not the money. The money. I may direct your attention to the things strewn all over the floor.
Ah!
That's right. The floor is covered in bills and coinage. By your rationale, these were the very things the killer was after.
Ah!
I think we can assume that where does it say hole? I think we can assume that the wallet fell during the victim's struggle with this killer. And I would think that the killer would have noticed something like money scattering everywhere. Furthermore, as you can see, there was no effort made by the killer to gather the money.
But the wallet...
No. Ah yes, the wallet. You also recall that the only thing in it was Mr. Hicks' passport.
Ah!
If you were really insisting that it was a crime based on greed, then you're claiming that it was all for an empty travel wallet.
I... Forgive me! Please!
Hey, what the heck? You saying the tenant's wrong? So that guy isn't the killer? Ha! Don't believe it, everyone. It's a trick. Oh. I thought that was Edgeworth. Will you all please be quiet? Miss Tenero,
Yes?
you lost your cool when you saw the dead body. Plus, the lounge was dark, and looking into the light from the elevator, it's easy to see how you mistook the wallet in my hand for the murder weapon. I take no offense that you thought that I was the killer.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Thank you for releasing me. What is it now? Oh. Miss Tenero, if you could please translate, I'd be much obliged.
It sounds like Virginian, but I don't understand any of it. There's another attendant on this flight who...
I said that he'd be given the runabouts. I don't require an interpreter, I speak English just well, see? You, the attendant.
Yes, sir.
I want this person to be under arrest until we arrive at the airport.
Okay. I'm sorry, sir, but what exactly are you hoping for?
What is it you want? I am finished talking to the likes of you.
Please, I would like to hear why you would like me to be... Oh, I read it right. Held under arrest until we land. I was like, what?
You, how dare you try to waste my time?
You're the one who stuck your nose into my affairs.
I wanted to spend even at least one more second with my precious art. I have no time for other things. I know what you are. I see through you. Insolvent. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it in English.
Well, I should hope I'm not monetary bankrupt, but I don't think that's what she meant. I'm sorry, but I don't think I got your name.
I'm St. Laurent II. I'm a very wealthy man in Virginia. But I'm not an ordinary rich man. I'm an art dealer, a rich seller of beauty.
I don't know what accent I'm doing, guys. I'm very sorry. I'm just making it up. Mr. LeBlanc. Oh shit, what's her voice again?
Mr. LeBlanc, what did you mean just now?
Pardon?
When you said that Mr. Edgeworth was giving me the runabout.
I have to explain. Unbelievable. I will say it once and only once. I do not have a second to waste. Time is money, as I say.
Yes, and yet you continue to blabber on.
I saw it. Yes, I did. I saw the victim go into the elevator. Going down to the lounge. It was exactly 6 o'clock.
And what's the significance of that time?
At 6, he says. Wait, you saw him at 6?
Ah, what's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth?
He understands, I see. Miss Attendant, what time did you discover the body?
Well, it was a little after that patch of turbulence, so I would say around 6:15. Ah,
Hicks was his name, was it? Then I say, that man Hicks was killed in a 15-minute time span. And the only person in his lounge at the time was its prosecutor. Yes.
Yeah, I was in my seat the whole time. I'm changing these guys' voice. Me too, I was watching the movie and enjoying a fine glass of grape juice. I reached the lead and I still haven't finished tea.
The other passengers have an alibi, so you have no problem with them, I suppose. No complaint, I see.
Compliant.
No complaint, I see. Not a single word against this, right?
I have no way of discounting what you have put forth at this point, but it wasn't me.
Oh, so you say. But do you have what you say, the evidence?
Mr. Edgeworth, are you really the culprit after all?
Mr. LeBlanc, I suppose you're quite certain in what you saw enough to give testimony?
Of course. I was looking at the man the whole time. He was playing with that annoying little, small machine the whole time.
Machine?
Yes, that's what you call it in English, yes? It was making me crazy with click, click, click.
From that description, it sounds like some sort of small computer.
I believe what Mr. LeBlanc is talking about is a cell phone. I have to say that I did see him playing with it quite a bit myself.
A simple cell phone, a laptop or organizer I can see, but that's kind of low budget.
I hate that noisy little machine in his hand. Not a fragment of beauty. All it proves is its ugly sounds. Anyway, I know what I saw.
Mr. Nero,
Yes?
I was wondering if I might be granted permission to examine the crime scene.
What? You want to examine the crime scene?
If you would grant me a little measure of time, I'm sure I can produce the real culprit.
I don't like the sound of that. Fox in a duck's pen. Yes, I think that's how you would say it in English.
It's a fox guarding the hen house, and I believe my innocence was proven earlier. And if I'm given a chance, I can clear up all the remaining doubts. Mr. Nero, if you wait until we arrive, there is a good chance that some evidence will have been destroyed by then.
I understand. Let me see what the captain has to say.
Ha! This shall not be approved.
Please, Mr. LeBlanc.
Blanc? Oh, I almost said LeBlanc. What?
Please, Mr. LeBlanc, in an emergency, all decisions are to be made by the captain alone. Please wait here while I go ask the captain what to do. I'll be right back.
You are not planning to erase evidence when you're doing your investigation, yes?
Of course not.
Ha! We'll see.
Mr. Edgeworth, you have the captain's permission to investigate the crime scene.
What? Unbelievable!
I am in your debt, Mr. Nero.
However, there is one condition. I aim to supervise you. Can you agree to that?
Of course, I see no problem with that stipulation. It's only natural as I am still a suspect in this case.
Ah!
I take full responsibility and I will watch Mr. Edgeworth's every move. I hope this reassurance is enough that there will be no foul play. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, shall we proceed? If you should need help with anything, please feel free to use triangles to talk.
It's time to head to the scene of the crime, the first floor lounge. I love it when the characters just casually mention PlayStation control buttons. Goodbye. It's my seat. Unfortunately, I didn't bring anything particularly useful for an investigation. It's not as if I'm constantly prepared for such a thing to occur. I want to thank you for your help out there, Miss Turo.
It was nothing. You should thank the captain for granting you permission. And just so everything is perfectly clear, I still don't trust you. Your standing with me hasn't changed one iota.
I see. I'll bear this in mind.
I received an order from the captain earlier. He wants you to know that we reserve the right to stop your investigation if we feel you're not making progress. And when we do, he asks that you please return to your seat at that time.
So my time runs out at his and his crew's discretion, does it? I have to find a way to discredit Mr. Blanc's testimony before time is up. I understand. By the way, is there any place you can think of where the killer might hide aboard?
I don't think so. After all,
What?
after every first-class passenger was accounted for in his or her seat, we made a thorough search of the plane. As for business and economy class, no one can move between those two classes in first class without a staff keycard. And we found no record of a keycard being used at all.
Which means that I have a first-class killer on my hands. At least I know that much for sure. And one other thing. No one else has been allowed near the crime scene since the murder was discovered earlier. Now then, let's get started.
And where have we started from?
Let's start with Mr. LeBlanc's statements. The crime occurred between 6 AM and 6:15. During the interval, the only people in the lounge was myself, person, which would make me the prime suspect. However, since I did not kill Mr. Hicks, it means that the killer was around somewhere. Great bit of logic.
If we are to believe what you say is true, then yes.
First order of business will be to gather information to win your trust. Oh shit. My bed just collapsed underneath me. And I fell through it very slightly. Anyway. What floors does this elevator service?
Only the first and second, although it can also go to It can also go down to the cargo hold. However, that requires a flight crew key card.
So the only floors accessible to passengers are the first and second. Oh. I'm interested to have expected every suspicious looking from Karani. What should I look at? Anything? I doubt anyone is expecting to find a dead body in an elevator in this flight.
So Mr. Hicks, he's really dead?
Yes. She's trembling, although I can't fault her for that when there's a corpse right there.
Mr. Hicks, if you're really dead, then please answer yes.
I see she's over the trembling now, although a new symptom seems to have appeared. Anyway, I should focus on the victim's body. Let's see. There's blood on the back of Mr. Hicks' head. Could this be the cause of death? He appears to have been struck very hard. Even his glasses are broken. What is this sinister-looking figure on the floor here?
Oh, that's a piggy bank of our company mascot, Captain Ugo. It's just one of the many pieces of merchandise we sell in our in-flight shop. This bank is a limited edition, and it's so popular that we're down to our last one.
You have an in-flight shop?
Yes, it's just below the lounge to the right. The shutter to the store is closed at the moment, but it was open the whole flight up until Mr. Hicks' body was discovered.
There's blood on here. Could this have been a murder weapon? Money is strewn all over the floor of the elevator. I would guess it was all Mr. Hicks' wallet at some point. I wonder what was hanging off of this lanyard. Something's missing from the picture now. I could just put my finger on it. Anything else? There's something sticking out of his pocket. Hopefully he won't mind if I take a look at what's inside. It's a picture. It looks like it was just taken inside a building somewhere. Mr. Hicks' machine is nowhere to be found.
His machine?
His cell phone, Mr.
Ah, so I guess because it's not here.
Yes, I think we can safely deduce that the killer took it. I think that's everything here, no? Yeah. Where else? No. Pity that the bronze statue knows not when good drink has been spilled at his feet.
This is a statue of our founder, Mr. Hugo Hughes, who was a big fan of grape juice. I'm sure he would be thrilled if he knew so much grape juice was here at his feet.
Is that a hint of hero worshipping I detect? Try and look at this. There we go. Some spilled grape juice in front of the elevator. I assume it was spilled during the turbulence.
Oh, we must clean it up, or someone might get hurt.
Ha!
What is it, Miss Edgeworth?
I found some very important evidence. What is the important evidence of this scene? This.
What is it?
They're a little smudged, but I think we can agree that those are a set of footprints.
So you think?
My voice for her just totally went out the window. Yes, these belong to our...
Oh, then maybe we should check the shoe sizes of everyone in first class.
I don't think that would be any help to us. Unfortunately, the footprints are too smudged, which would make it hard to get a definitive match.
Oh, I see.
Anything? Also, I don't want to talk to her. Look at my logics. Oh, I've got loads of things. Ooh. Right, what are we thinking? Blunt force trauma and this. Statue of blood on it, lying next to the body of a man who was beaten to death.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, I think I figured something out.
Yes, what is it?
The way the blood's on this, it looks like it matches up with the wound on his head.
Well, aren't we deserving of the master of the obvious title?
Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? Don't you think that was worth investigating?
It would appear that this figurine is our murder weapon.
Oh, I just knew it. I mean, I can't figure any other connection.
Perhaps Master of the Oblivious would be more befitting. Okay. Wait, is that right? Oh, okay. Whoops. Victim's body was found inside the elevator. Victim's glasses are broken. Okay. True, there wasn't anyone else in the lounge other than myself right before the turbulence. But if the killer was in the elevator along with the victim, then that's a different story. I have it!
I'm sorry, but I don't understand, Mr. Edgeworth.
I can prove that someone other than myself was here around the time of the murder.
What? Really?
Yes, it's rather simple actually. The proof is in the pudding, or rather the grape juice in this case. These footsteps here confess to this very fact. That someone exited the elevator alive. Seeing as how the victim is dead, that would be in the second person.
But couldn't the footprints be from Mr. Hicks himself?
Ah, but if you take a look at our victim's shoes, you can see the soles are spotless.
Which means...
Mr. Hicks wasn't alone in the elevator. In fact, it's quite the opposite. There was actually one other person inside the elevator. I got my health back. What's going on over there? Oh.
unforgivable. This is unforgivable. That is not his accent. I forgot it. Do you understand what I am saying? The movie is late. It's the same level of bad as if the plane were arrived late.
But the movie...
What? I'll not touch you anymore. You were just wasting my time.
What is the matter, Mr. LeBlanc?
If there is no emergency...
Oh shit, that's not him.
If there is no emergency, please return to your seat, sir.
Do not tell me what to do. I do not need to sit down. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, do you prove you're innocent yet?
If you'd like, I'll prove my innocence to you right now.
What nonsense! Are you saying my eyewitness testimony is mistaken?
Not mistaken, merely that there is room for doubt. I'd be most honoured if you could please tell me what you saw in detail once more.
Fine, suit yourself. I'm certain I saw Mr. Hicks enter the elevator. It was when the needle on my pocket watch pointed to the 6 and 12. The body was discovered 15 minutes after I turned around, yes? Then you, the only person in this...
Oh my god.
Then you, the only person in the lounge at the time, must be the criminal.
Mr. LeBlanc's conclusion seems to make logical sense. After all, the only person in the lounge at the supposed time of the murder was me.
So, my eyewitness testimony. If you think you can destroy it, then come let me see. Sonny, do I look like a man who is having the time to wait for you?
Why is he so irritated? I'm the one accused of murder here. Anyway, I must find a way to discredit Mr. LeBlanc's account somehow and fast. I don't remember what to say for this one. Right. Between 6 and 12, the body was 17 minutes, and you're the only person... Oops, I got it wrong. Mr. LeBlanc, your testimony just now contradicts this piece of evidence.
Ah, yes. From the old word contradictus.
Hmm? Oh, you are correct. But what does this have to do with our new present situation?
The word complies of this parts against and speak. I dare say I don't deal in such double talk. Double talk. My art dealings are clean. That's all well and good. However, about this piece of evidence, there is no value in that. I'm not interested in buying that from you.
Plenty of value, and it's even just superficially. Do I have to press him? What evidence do I have? I have... Hello, Ice. It's been a really long time. Also, I haven't been streaming a lot lately because my Wi-Fi has been down for like 3 weeks. How are you doing? I'm certain I saw Mr. Hicks enter the elevator. It was...
Hold it!
I assume the pocket watch in this case is the one you keep checking. Is that correct?
Oh, you noticed? It's a very expensive antique, I will have you know.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. Just been busy. And I haven't streamed in such a long time. I miss doing it.
The feeling is wonderful when I fully wind it up by hand.
It does look very well designed and quite classy.
I will have to charge you if you want to touch it.
That's quite alright. Let's continue with your testimony.
What a cheap man you are. Now return the time you wasted back to me. And if we must, I saw Mr. Hicks enter the elevator at 6 o'clock.
Oh, that's interesting. Games and demo. I did not know that was... Oh shit, it does say that. Thanks for pointing it out. I'll have to fix that on the next stream, because I think I'm almost done with this one for today. I think it's just after these testimony bits that I'll be finished. Because I actually streamed this already, but the original stream had deleted this episode, and I didn't even know, and I kept playing the game, and it cut out like this the whole stream I did of this, so I have to replay it. Because I like the continuity, and I want to upload it to YouTube, so I don't want to just upload the end of the episode and not the beginning. So yeah. Let's see.
Hold it!
It's true that I found the victim's body at 6:15.
And that's when I found the two of them as well.
You see, it is unmatches my testimony.
Oh, that was a short one, wasn't it?
Hold it!
That is the most mistaken way of thinking I've ever heard of.
No. Your silly opinion is what is mistaken.
Please calm down, the both of you. In a sense, you are both mistaken.
Well, if that isn't the pot calling the kettle black, then I don't know what is. He certainly has a lot of confidence in his testimony. If push comes to the shove, I may need to press it. I did! Oh, I didn't press this one.
Hold it!
Mr. LeBlanc, were you able to get a good look at the inside of the elevator at the time?
Of course I saw what was inside.
And you are sure that the victim was in the elevator alone?
Yes, the only person inside was that Mr. Hicks man.
That last outburst is a bit too important to let go. Wow, I pressed everything except from the one that I need to press. The only person inside was the Hicks man. Footprints now?
Objection!
Yes! See, I already presented the footprints, but it's not good enough, apparently. Mr. LeBlanc,
What is it?
there is a very glaring contradiction in your testimony.
What do you mean?
Please take a look at the area in front of the elevator. His footsteps. There, at the spilled grape juice.
Yes, and?
Yes. And...
Say that shit. Sorry. Will you admit?
Will you admit you also spilled with the blood?
No, it spilt itself during turbulence. But the interesting thing here is a set of grape juice footprints.
Footprints?
Yes, the one that lead from with. Yeah, lead. Wait, the ones that lead from within the elevator out into the lounge itself. It's evidence that proves that someone other than Mr. Hicks exited the elevator alive.
Yes.
It must have been another person in the elevator with Mr. Hicks. Now then, I'm done playing games. Why don't you tell us the truth? And I don't know what to say for all these pictures. Arrow, wavy lines, goats, exclamation mark, whatever that is, eye. That looks like a chandelier, not chandelier, like a candelabra, a man pushing, a man praying, an F with a spiral onto it. Wingdings. Wingdings.
Can you please translate for us?
No way. That's totally impossible. I guess is what he said.
No way, that is totally impossible. I know there was no other person in there. I saw with my own eyes.
Is that what those characters are called? The letters in Bulgarian, they're called wingdings. Or, I don't know what you mean there. Nice.
If you want to know what I think, Mr. Edgeworth, I don't think Mr. LeBlanc is lying to us.
I suppose she's right. He doesn't seem to be lying. But then, what does this mean? Think about this contradiction. Mr. LeBlanc, please just once more, will you recall the details of what you witnessed for me?
I was very upset when Mr. Hicks passed by my seat. I was always checking the time over and over again. I happened to follow that man with my eyes when he passed me, and I saw clearly into the elevator he was entering. But I swear there was no one else inside. No one.
Wingdings is a font with a bunch of symbols. Ah, okay. The more you learn.
Mr. LeBlanc, if you would please calm the fuck down.
What? Dare you to have an issue with my eyewitness testimony?
No, not at all. Please forget I said anything.
Yet again, he doesn't appear to be lying. But I can't let this testimony stand as the truth. What is that pose? He's like... right. Why? Okay.
Hold it!
Why were you so attentive to the time?
Because something unforgivable was happening.
Can't think of it, you were yelling about something unforgivable earlier.
I was giving a complaint to the attendant about the movie starting time. Return back to me my time and money. You understand the point?
Movie? Is he talking about the in-flight one that's mentioned in the magazine? Some of the plot and its start time. Interesting.
They were supposed to show license to love, maim, and murder. You cannot see that movie in my country. You can only see it on international flights. I looked forward greatly to the movie. I checked my pocket watch whenever possible so I would not miss it. I even set my pocket watch to the destination time when I came on board. So my watch is not wrong, it matches the schedule. But the movie is still late, very, very late.
Hold it!
Your pocket watch. I'd like to ask you a little more about it, if that's alright. What movie I wanted to see would not start, so I checked my pocket watch many times. My watch is set to the destination's time. We have an issue with that one. All times shown correspond to our departure time zone. Interesting.
Objection!
Mr. LeBlanc, you say this is... Blech. Oh my god, I can't read. Mr. LeBlanc, you said this just now in your testimony.
I even set the pocket.
We loved the flashback when he said it literally 10 seconds ago. This is the only gripe I have with some of the Ace Attorney games. Is like there's a flashback to so many. I get it if it's like a lot ages ago or an episode ago, but like this just happened.
I even set my pocket watch to the destination time when I came on board.
Now, if your watch had been set to our destination's time zone, it would mean that your watch is displaying the time of our destination.
Yes, and the correct time is worth its 6 cents.
I would like you to take a look at this. Smash the magazine in his face. If you believe the Sky magazine, clocks on this flight run in accordance with the time of our departure time zone. Of course, the movie schedule was also created with that in mind. Mr. Nero, for confirmation's sake, what time zone is this flight aligned to right now?
Well, we made a short stop at a transfer point.
That's right, it was in the small Asian country, the Republic of Shengfa.
We didn't readjust our onboard clocks at that time. So right now we are still running on Virginian time.
What?
The time difference between Virginia and our destination is 9 hours. In that case, it's only natural that your watch would be out of sync with the schedule. Further, with your analog watch set to our destination's time, it would appear to be running 3 hours fast when compared to the flight's onboard clocks. It also changes everything about your testimony. And you could bet 1 million cents on that. In light of this information, it means you saw Mr. Hicks 3 hours prior to 3 a.m.
My 1 million cents!
It should clear up all the remaining accusations.
So this basically widens the time frame for the time of death, right?
Yes. Because Mr. LeBlanc saw the victim into the elevator at 3 a.m. It means that the time of death could be anywhere from 3 to 6:15 a.m. The question now is, where was Mr. Hicks during that span of time and what was he doing?
I've got something to say.
And you are?
Yeah, I'm Cammy Mill. I'm a flight attendant.
And what is it you wish to say?
Well, I think your story is a little different from how I remember it.
But what do you mean, Cammy?
I saw Mr. Hicks sitting on his seat at 5 a.m., you know.
What? How can you be so sure of the time?
Oh, that's right. He pushed his call button while we were parked at the transfer point.
Ah, the stop we made for refueling and cargo transfer in Zhengfa, right?
Yes, it was from 4 to 5 a.m. according to our clocks.
And during that time, did any of the passengers sleep, or did any new ones board the flight?
No. Not a single person got off or on in Zhengfa.
What about the flight crew?
The few who were handling the cargo transfer might have temporarily gotten on or off. But eventually everyone, including Cammy and myself, came back on the plane.
So basically I can assume that no one left from since our initial takeoff. Interesting. I should keep that in mind.
Yeah, and I answered his call. I can tell you Mr. Edby Hicks was there in his seat when we took off again at 5 a.m.
Alright. Then that puts the time of the murder between 5 and 16 a.m. 5 what? 5 and 16 a.m. 5 and 6:15 a.m.
Okay. Now, what time did you come down to the lounge, Mr. Edgeworth?
I remember coming down here almost as soon as we left the Republic of Zenfar.
Ah! You were here the whole time for 5 years. And you were the only one who could be the killer.
Mr. Edgeworth, were you really here in the lounge the entire time from 5 a.m. onwards?
Unfortunately, yes.
But then how do we explain the footprints?
It's not that obvious. This man waited for Mr. Hicks in the lounge and waited to kill him. And then he put the corpse into the elevator. That is when the turbulence happened. My eyewitness testimony must have been mistaken. But what I saw Mr. Hicks enter the elevator on the second floor does not matter.
What time?
Because the entire incident concluded here in this lounge.
Everything happened in this lounge. Is that what you really believe, Mr. LeBlanc?
Do you have another idea?
I simply feel that there is something else at place in the scenario you presented. Is this something that can tie this crime scene to a location other than the lounge? This?
Take that!
The murder weapon. This little piggy bank you sold at the in-flight shop. It is sold there and only there, and it is not displayed here in this lounge. How then did it find its way here? Don't you find that a tiny bit suspicious?
Such a trivial point. It only means you prepared to take it from the shop first before coming here. It doesn't prove you're innocent at all.
No. Is there no way to win this man?
If I may,
What is it?
you see, well, it's just as Mr. Edgeworth says.
Oh, and why do you know this so well?
Well, it's just that piggy bank was there in that shop. I saw it with my own eyes.
And when was this?
It was maybe around 5:40 a.m.
Isn't that just before we hit that patch of turbulence?
That's right.
You were in the shop just before the turbulence.
Yes, I was.
Come to think of it. Miss Hero, when I found the body, I believe you came out of that door.
Yes, I did.
What is beyond that door?
That's the flight attendant's room.
Then you were on the first floor.
Yes. I had to do something at the shop and in the flight attendant's room. So I went to the shop first and then to the flight attendant's room.
Are you saying you passed by me at some point?
Yes, you see, you're really into the issue of Sky magazine you were reading at the time. I don't suppose you noticed me walking by.
I vaguely recall someone walking by, but I didn't take notice of who it was.
Anyway, the piggy bank was definitely there at the shop when I went there.
Why did you go to the shop in the first place?
I went there for a work-related matter.
What you say?
Yes, the upkeep of the shop is also one of my responsibilities.
Why did you not say anything about that until now is what I want to know.
In any case, I believe it's clear that the shop needs to be investigated as well.
Shall we head over there then?
What is it now?
Are you forgetting something, Miss Rhoda? Don't you need the captain's permission to check the shop? No, I haven't forgotten. But I have already asked him for permission to search the entire plane. So I think we're alright. Huh? That's weird.
What is?
Well, I just talked to the captain, say. And he said that he didn't give you permission to do anything like that at all.
Oh. What's this the meaning of this, Miss Hero?
It means she's lying. Go and admit that you are. You said you had permission to search all over, but you don't. And yet, here you are.
You flight attendant, what are you trying to do? Pull the ship over us?
The captain's calling for you, Miss Rhoda. Oh, but don't worry. I already got permission to search the shop from the captain. See, unlike you, I do things the right way.
Miss Hero, why would you do such a thing?
Please excuse me. Looks like I get to be in charge now. Please go back to your seat, Mr. LeBlanc. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth.
If you would follow me, I'll be your guide from now on.
Something about Miss Tenero that just piqued my curiosity. Right now, investigating the in-flight shop is my top priority. Let's go. So, this is the in-flight shop. It's quite a mess in here.
You think? Guess I'll have to clean things up then.
Hold on! You can't clean up potential crime scene.
Oh, thank goodness. I hate cleaning so much.
I mustn't rush things here. I must remain cool, calm, and collected. Because this piggy bank was left at the crime scene. There is a very good chance that the killer had paid this place a visit. There we go.